Hello friends, so in this video we are going to discuss about few examples on different types of UML diagrams. So in the last video I highlighted what are different types of UML diagram, and we saw that we have few UML diagrams like activity diagram, sequence diagram, class diagram, state diagram, and so many of them. So in this video I will just tell you what are these diagrams and how to draw these type of diagrams. Okay, so the first diagram here is activity diagram, right? So in this diagram you can see that there are rounded rectangular boxes, isn't it? See, these type of boxes are rounded rectangular boxes, okay? And you have a rhombus which is used for condition. We have few arrows, okay? And then we have links, or you can say that looping, and few connections from one box to another box, okay? So what are these boxes? These boxes are nothing but the processes, okay? So activity diagram, it basically tells us about the data, okay, that is in your software, and how this data is processed, or what type of processing is being done on this data. So activity diagram basically tells us about the processing of data in the system. So this is an example of hospital management system, okay. So according to that, let us see this diagram. Fine. So here you can see that we have first login. Through login, we get an authentication. During the login, we may get a username or a password or any biometrics to log into this software. After the correct authentication, it is a process of checking whether the login credentials are correct or not. So here exactly the check is performed to see whether the login credentials are valid or invalid. So if they are valid, it will enter the software system. If they are invalid, again there is a need of going to the login session, okay. Then once, let us consider that the login session is successful, it will go to the inner part of the software. So here you can see that we have another processes like add room. So it is going to change the rate of rooms or delete the room, okay. So we have add a doctor, where doctors can be added. So doctors can be deleted, or the details of doctors can be edited. So we have patient component or patient process, okay. So here you can see that patient can few details which are related to patient, like billing of the patient, which will include the room bill, doctor bill, medicine bill, okay. And then the total overall payment of that particular patient, and the discharge details of the patient. And later on, the discharge process is carried out to provide the discharge for the patient. Then the hospital also maintains few reports like patient details, all these details of patients, billing details, and payment details, right? So this is a small activity diagram which will indicate, okay, the overall activities that are carried out in the hospital management system. So this type of diagrams are called as activity diagrams, right? Let us go to the second type of diagram. So this type of diagram is called as UML, or use case diagram. So use case diagram is basically used to show the interaction between the system, okay, and the outside environment of the system. It means the persons or the factors that are interacting with our software. So this use case diagram is going to show the relationship between the actors and the software, or you can also say that the outer system environment and our system. So considering that factor, let us see this diagram. So in this diagram, you can see that, we'll see one by one. So here you can see that we have a receptionist, okay. We have a person called as a receptionist. This is the one actor who is interacting with the software. We have staff or the clerk, right? So this is the doctor, in-house doctors. Then we have income, okay? Then we have finance management system. So overall, this finance management system takes care of these two things, that is income and expenditure. We have another actor interacting with our software, which is called as the records the details or recorder of the software. So these diagrams which you can see which are interacting outside the software, these people are called as the actors. Okay. So the use case diagrams basically tells us that how these actors are going to exchange the data into the software. Alright. So what are the activities? Here you can see the ovals. Ovals are nothing but the processes or activities which are carried out by the related actor. So the reception is going to take the admission of the patient. She is going to take care of doctor appointment, okay, and various another test appointments which are going to be conducted. The receptionist can also take care of the login, right? So in this way, the reception actor is related to our software, or the receptionist performs these activities in relation to the software. Alright. Similarly, let us see the staff. So here you can see the staff or clerk can also log in through this software. They can draw the salaries of the doctors or another employees working into the hospital. They can also make a patient payment, okay, or they can take or provide the details of patient payment system. All right. So this is in this way the actor staff is interacting with this software. The third actor here is called as a doctor. So doctor may be in-house, he may belong to the same hospital, or he may be outside to the hospital. So doctor here is the third actor. Alright. Are you getting? So doctor can also log into this hospital management system. Salary is drawn to the doctor. Doctor can prescribe the test. Okay. So all these things are also being carried out by the doctor. So this is one more actor which is interacting with this software system. Similarly, we have another actor who will take care of finance of that hospital. So here they say that finance management system is like a counter where the bills are paid, and one who is going to take care of the finance of the hospital. All the activities that are related to the income or expenditure of the hospital are carried out by this person. Okay. So see here you can see that after the admission, bed allotment is done only when the payments are made. Similarly, some another operations can undergo only when the admission and payments are made to this person. Is it clear? So in this way, the finance is carried out by this actor, right? So this is one more actor. So we have another actor here. Let us see two more actors. We have record systems. The person one who is going to take care, okay, or one who is going to maintain the records of doctors, right? So he can add, delete the doctors or edit the change, edit all the details of a doctor, or you can see that he is a person one who is going to take the internal care of the software, right? Then we have another actor here, that is information system. So this actor will only provide the details of ward-wise bed status, admission report, discharge report, and payment information, all these things. Okay. So these type of diagrams are called as what? Use case diagrams. Okay. So use case diagrams are basically used, okay, to show how the actor is related to our software. It also describes how the actor is related to our software. See, one small diagram I am taking here. So this diagram will tell you details of only receptionist. What are the activities that are being carried out by the receptionist in the hospital management? Okay. So receptionist can schedule the patient appointment, take the admission, registration, okay, then any insurance claims, medical reports, right, and bed allotment and all. So in this way you can also refer these diagram, but this diagram indicates only the use case activity for receptionist, not for the entire hospital management, right? So in examination they may ask you any diagram, they may ask you to draw any of the diagram. They may give you any of the software and they may ask you just to draw the diagram, activity diagram, or maybe use case diagram, anything. Okay, so this is just in this so in this example we saw about your activity diagram, okay, and we saw about use case diagram. So let me go to the next type of diagram, okay. So this type of diagram is called as what, guys? So this type of diagram is basically called as a sequence diagram, okay. So in sequence diagram you can see that basically the sequence diagram is used to show the interaction. So this sequence diagram, it is used to show the interaction between the actors, okay. It will show the interaction between the actors. So you can see patient, receptionist, database and ward. So it will show the interaction between the actors, or it will show the interaction between the system, components, modules and the outside factors of the software. So sequence diagram, it is used to show the sequential interaction between the different modules of a software. So let us consider we have patient as one module, receptionist as one module, patient database as one module, ward details as another module. Similarly, we have information system, we have finance system, okay, we have doctors system. We can include all those modules here. Just to make a diagram precise, here I am showing you the sequence of activities that are carried out between patient, receptionist, database of patient and ward. So you can easily find out that here there is no question of treatment, as we had included only 4 modules. So here the receptionist is going to register the patient, okay, and she is going to update the data to the patient database frequently. If the patient is admitted, the patient may be need a ward or a bed. So the reception is going to tell the patient to make the payments to the finance component or the finance system, and then after that the patient is added or provided to the ward or admitted to the hospital, isn't it? So let us see all the activities one by one, okay. So first the patient needs to get registered. See what are these? These are the classes, okay, and these are the objects that are being exchanged within these classes. So we are going to see each diagram in detail. This is just the explanation of the types of diagram. So patient will register. After registration, the receptionist, she will add the patient to this module, okay. Then she will return back here, and if the patient needs the ward, the patient will make a request for a ward. Then the receptionist will check the ward. She will directly go to ward. She will not go to database initially. When the patient requests for the ward, she will go to check the availability. If the ward is available, she will come back here, right? And if it is available, she may tell that if it is not available, she may tell that it is not available. In case if the ward is available, she will directly make an entry of the patient in patient database also and ward database also, and she will provide a ward number to this patient, isn't it? So it becomes very easy to understand, right? So these type of diagrams are called as what? Sequence diagram. So in sequence diagram, it will show us the flow of data, okay. It shows the sequence of activities, right guys? Okay, so that is the way of drawing a sequence diagram. You have to draw the sequence diagram using pipes, dotted lines. You have to show the solid arrows. You have to show the dotted arrows whenever it is coming back, right? And you have to take the components as boxes, right? So we will learn all these in details again. Then we will go to another diagram, guys. So here, this diagram, okay, here you can see that it is called as a class diagram, okay. All right. So in this class diagram, you can see that again there are different kinds of boxes which are drawn. Hope you are seeing that. See, these are the different boxes, okay. You can see that the rectangle boxes which have 3 parts. So the first part is the name of the class, name of the component, name of the module. So second box indicates whatever variables that you are using in this doctor component or doctor class, and then the methods which are used to extract or to work with these variables as well as the variables of other classes. Okay, so these are the cardinalities which we will see later. So here you can see this is a patient class, we have a reception, we have bill, rooms and department class. Okay, so you can see that in class diagram it will basically show the diagrammatic representation, okay, in the form of class. So you are going to see the explanation in terms of what class, right? So here I would like to highlight in more detail. See, uh, these are the methods, okay, and these are the these are the variables and these are the methods. Every class will have, okay, its data types, variables, and it will have its own methods, right? So they are related to each other, okay. That is called as association. This is also called as cardinality, or it is also called as association. So doctor is related to patient, patient is related to receptionist module, receptionist is related to bill module is related to rooms module is related to department module. All these are interrelated, guys. So that forms a hospital management software, okay. So in the next sessions we are going to see in more detail, okay. So this is just the example. So another type of diagrams which are called as what? State diagram, right? So in state diagram you can see that each of the module has to undergo some state, right? So this is the beginning state and this is the end state. So here this will give you a state diagram, okay, for getting registration with the patient registration and allotment of doctor, okay. So doctor, basically the task is the patient gets registered and we have to allot the doctor. So firstly the doctor is registered, the doctor will have his own details and everything, and then doctor can see that patient when the patient is registered, okay. And after checking the patient, right, so the doctor may give all this, he may prescribe medicine, test, review reports, perform some operations, diagnosis and all. So the doctor is going to repeat all these activities for all the patients, right, for the day. And when the doctor completes checking all the patients at that day, okay, the doctor is released. And then then the checking or the OPD, that is outdoor patient discharge or indoor patient discharge activity of the doctor for that day will be over. So state diagram is used to indicate the state, okay. It will indicate the state of each of the modules, right. State diagrams are used to represent the different states, okay, of the different modules of the software. All right, okay. So this is all about the explanation of how to draw different types of diagrams, okay. So this is one example of hospital management system, right. So in this way you can take a case study and try to draw different types of diagrams. So in activity diagram you can see the processing of data is shown between the different components. In use case diagram, the interaction between the outer environment actors and the software is shown. In sequence diagram, you show all the activities in sequence between the different components of the software. Class diagram is a class representation of the software. State diagram will represent how the different objects or the classes undergoes different state during the different activities. Alright, so just go through the first video also. Yeah, so this is just a case study. Depending on case study, you will come to know how to draw different types of diagrams. So in the upcoming sessions, I'll be explaining you more in detail about how to draw these diagrams and what are the features or when these diagrams are used. Okay, so see you guys in the next session. Till then, enjoy your day. Bye-bye.